Yeah, I hear you. Look, I get it. You're asking, Jay, do you really need to make this video? Well, yes.
Anything you could do, I could do better. I can do anything better than you.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I.
No, you can't. Hey guys, welcome to Jay Explains. I'm Jay, and before I explain why I felt the need to make a video about why the genders can't really be swapped out, please do all the YouTube things. Like, sub, share, speak.
Like, I hear women say this all the time. I know a lot of you sisters be like, chivalry is dead. Don't you? Don't y'all feel that way? Like men aren't gentlemen anymore? That's right. Chivalry is dead, and women killed it. There's a fundamental difference in the way we're going to see things. We're not going to see eye to eye on this issue. We're just not. Our tests in life are different. A woman's test in life is material. A man's test in life is a woman. Chivalry got killed by the feminist movement on the magazines that got women going crazy because women got too much advice about men from other women. And they don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
It's taken me longer to write this script than almost any other video I've ever done. Why? Because to an extent, I feel as if it should be completely unnecessary. For longer than either one of us, any of us have existed, there's been man and woman working in tandem to progress society. There wasn't this overarching notion that either was unnecessary or one was particularly better than the other. It was teamwork that got us from the Stone Age to the New Wave. Cavemen went out and killed and built. The cave woman took care of the young and home. Due to natural attributes, it was an obvious agreement. The stronger protects the weaker, and in this particular example, the weaker provides a child and family. It was a pretty fair shake. This is the base instinct of both genders, male and female, hunter and gatherer. At some point, I'm looking at you, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, up to this very moment, there's been a drastic narrative shift that has curtailed all of that advancing the humanity has done. Urban America has been a petri dish of bad ideas. The politics, policies, and ideologies that eventually go mainstream seem to start amongst the least financially prosperous amongst us because desperation births creativity. And amongst the slew of shitty mentalities that the hood breeds, one of the most dangerous and destructive is that the sexes are interchangeable.
That's right. Every time mama do something right, mama get a compliment. Because women need to hear compliments all the time. Women need food, water, and compliments. And your daddy, make sure you thank your mama for everything. Tell your mama how good the food is. Tell your mama how nice the house looks. Tell your mama how her hair looks. Did you tell your mama? You better go in there and tell your mama. And just listen to the radio. Everything's mama. Dear mama. I always love my mama. Mama, mama, mama. What's the daddy song? Papa was a rolling star.
Somewhere from the 60s to now, praise stopped being enough for moms. Moms wanted the world, and capitalism made sure she knew she could have it by not only convincing women that being a mother isn't enough, but that men, yes, the same men that built all of the luxuries that she enjoys, were completely beneath her and only here to service her needs. This estrogen superiority theme became embedded in Western society, like I said, long before many of us got here, and it saturated generations into this mindset that vagina equals innocent, pure, and virtuous, simply because vagina. Never mind the person and human being attached to it outside of the physical space. I mean, let's be honest. Good looks go far, but I'm digressing. Capitalism has thrived on female buying power, and having men as the middleman just wouldn't do. So via the media, the idea of the lazy and worthless man, particularly us brothers, got cranked up to 1,000,000, with many movies, sitcoms, and commercials portraying the fathers as lumbering morons, not only cementing a culture that believes men and women are interchangeable, but brainwashing women into female supremacy, even though...
And then The magazines trick the women. The magazines start picking at your self-esteem. Every page you turn, you start feeling fatter and uglier, and you feel like your clothes aren't good enough. And the magazines have you forgetting how fucking beautiful you are.
This video isn't meant to be absorbed as a personal attack. Whatever you have decided to do with your life is literally none of my business. But this idea that men, masculinity, and testosterone can be switched out for women, femininity, and estrogen without any negative repercussions is ignorant at best and malicious at worst. Majority of this video is stacked with scientific proof that we have different brains, different preferences, interests, and hobbies. Those differences are natural. It's what makes the man and woman teams so formidable. It's been the case throughout time and history. But once the I don't need a man and sexual liberation movements really took off and the government went out of its way to turn that partnership into a rivalry, we collectively lost our way. All of us. After 2 to 3 generations of male disposability, gynocentrism, and matriarchal rule in urban America, it's getting harder to differentiate the males from the females. Females are far more aggressive, the young females are far more aggressive, whereas the young males are far more timid. 2 to 3 generations of false narratives and the welfare state, drug war, and unbalanced family court system, and schools that are nothing more than money laundering schemes. The idea that more feminism is the answer to solving these problems is like trying to fight fire with explosions. I don't talk much about my relationship with God, but guys, my dad preached the entirety of my life. I do believe in God, so when it comes to the trans community, I can't fully relate because I don't believe God makes mistakes, and I am how I was supposed to be. But that inability to be satisfied with what God gave a person is a purely feminine energy. And you can't simply replace the self-assured, downright arrogance of masculinity with that type of doubt and timidness. But that's what we've been doing. Even former President Obama got on stage crying about how he's tired of men, just in general, despite the fact that he is supposedly one himself. Do you see where this is insanity? Look guys, the bottom line to this entire video is the same message that you could find in almost any Disney feature. Who you are is far more important than what you are. But when it comes to what you are, accept it or not. But don't try to convince me that the entirety of existence or our biological design is wrong. And my personal experience leads me to the conclusion that the balance matters, and switching or trying to destroy gender roles only leads to Well, that's about it. Stop acting like you can replace men and everything will magically work itself out. Thank you so much for watching. Please do all the YouTube things. Like, sub, share, speak. Let me ask you this. If you keep screaming and yelling at a group and telling them that you don't need them, do you have any right to feign surprise when they walk away from you? Do you think character matters more than gender too? Come see me in the comments. And until the next video, love.
I squeeze, I squeeze, I squeeze, I squeeze.